What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a good day, all that good stuff. We have to talk about a few things concerning with DC and what the studio's up to and everything that James Gunn, and you already know the usual and stuff like that. So, if you're new to the channel, you already know, hit that subscribe, drop your comments, all that good stuff. What's going on, Bradley? Appreciate you for watching as these notifications continue to go out and stuff like that. So, we have to do this live stream. We just have to talk about what's going on. There's so much news coming and just dropping back to back as we continue to get into this whole reboot into 2025. Like I said, the theme for 2025 is going to be while it's closed. That's it. No more excuses. We're about to get into it. What's going on, Cody? What's going on, Ace? I appreciate y'all for watching. All right. So we're going to talk about a few things. All right. So let me check out some comments real quick. If and when Superman flops, do you think we'll keep getting more DC films or even a connected universe, since there are rumors that we might not if it flops? Interesting and good question. And to tell you the truth, I'm seeing both sides, but honestly, um, it's gonna continue. But I'm gonna break that down. We're gonna talk about it real quick, and I'll get into that real quick. So, let me just look at everybody's comment stuff. What's going on, Bradley, Ace, Shane? I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Back DCU, yeah, for sure. Slipknot, what up? Sup? All right. Yep, the DCU will be restored. Yeah, Momoa is a sellout. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna talk about all this stuff right now. So, drop your comments and things. Very important of what I'm going to talk about right now. All right, look, check this out. So today, all right, they made the announcement of Jason Momoa. It's confirmed. All right, he had posted that he was waiting for a call and if it would happen, and he posted it. They called, meaning WB, the studio, James Gunn, whatever, this whole reboot. All right, and we'll talk about that right now. Let me just get into it. Even though, check this out, everyone. As we've been getting announcements within the past few days, remember, I've been talking about this on the live streams you saw over the weekend and stuff like that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out and stuff. All right. With this whole thing with the delay of the Batman and, with Andy Muschietti, that they had delayed it, but then James Gunn says, no, it's not, delayed. There's too much back and forth. There's too much, and this is just causing too much confusion on everybody's, mind and stuff. So look, check this out. After all these announcements that we've been hearing, look, again, today, all right, it don't matter what announcements they're putting out. Look at what happened today throughout the day. All right, WB today at 1:15 p.m. they started off bad, and in the morning I looked at it, it was still bad, and I started following it from 1:15 today. This is December 30th. This is today. All right, 10:58. All right, look at what happens at 4:20. Hours passed. It dropped again. All right, they're still in the negative. You're seeing it. It's still in the red. It's not going up. Even with these announcements with James Gunn. All right, it's not working. And then look, they just closed. All right, it's 5:14 right now. All right, they just closed 14 minutes ago at Wall Street at 5:01. And look, at 10:51, it's still in the negative. All right, you have to accept the fact that it doesn't matter the announcements and everything that James Gunn is putting out. This right here, the numbers don't lie, period. All right, we are doing a fantastic job. Why? Because we're keeping our wallets closed, and moving into 2025, our wallets will remain closed, period. There's no excuses, and we are not compromising. Right, this reboot is unnecessary. All right, now let's look at some positive news on the other hand. And remember when they were announcing that James Gunn is going to do the Bane and Deathstroke and all that? All right, now check this out. This is some good news right here. So we have Joe that is not coming back as Deathstroke for that Deathstroke and Bane movie that James Gunn wanted to do. All right, I'm telling you guys, this is why I'm saying something is cooking behind the closed doors, and especially with this whole thing that's going to happen with Comcast in 2026. We are days away from entering 2025. All right, we are literally like 2 or 3 days at the time of this recording. Tomorrow is already New Year's Eve, so technically we have one more day, left of this year 2024, and we are entering 2025. And then this whole, if you want to say, alliance with WB and Comcast comes into play in 2026. I have a feeling that there is a strong shakeup going behind the closed doors. Because for Joe not to return back, he must have seen or read the script and he was like, you know what? I can't be part of this, honestly. The same, and I want to give credit where credit is due. So if Aaron Fisher, if you're listening, I heard your podcast today, and you said something that's on point. You said that Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill probably walked out because they read and they saw where and what James Gunn was going to head with this whole reboot. And they just say, you know what? We don't want nothing to do with this. Congrats. Bravo to them. That right there was on point. And the same thing now, seeing Joe. Joe is not coming back to reprise his role as Deathstroke. This is amazing. This is why I'm telling you guys, stay hopeful, because if you're looking at it from the positive, not the negative, like the toxic James Gunn cultists want you to see it, because they're trying to bombard us with all of these fake ads and fake news and everything that's just fake clicks, like all this clickbait. Check this out. You have Joe that he probably read the script or he saw something in whatever James Gunn is trying to do, and he's like, nope, nope, I'm out, I can't be part of this, because it's gonna ruin his career. So he's like, no, 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 I can't be part of this, like I'm just gonna just step out. They're probably gonna pick somebody new. Cool, go do what you got to do. This right here, if you look at it, like I'm telling you, in 2026, once Comcast comes into play, remember, I've been telling you guys, just keep an eye. Notice how they're not saying anything. Zach is already back. David Ayer is already back. They haven't said anything, but we already know that with Zack Snyder, he's going to be working on that 300 for Max, the streaming service. All right. You think that Comcast isn't going to want to capitalize with the DCEU, and they know that there's a market, there's a fan base, and there's fans that are willing to pay the same way that they're doing with Netflix? Of course they are. They're going to want to capitalize with that. Now, check this out. Probably Joe said, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with this. And that's the right thing to do, honestly. Just step away. And, because Joe and his Deathstroke is part of Zack Snyder. All right. So if it's part of the Snyderverse, why would he be jumping ship from the Snyderverse? Because remember, he came and he did the epilogue scene with Ben Affleck and Jared Leto. And that leaves us on a cliffhanger. Why would Joe jump ship and say, let me go now to James Gunn's universe and do this? Nah, Joe knows something. I'm telling you, something is cooking behind the closed doors. You have to look at it from that point of view. Put everything else to the side. Comcast is about making money. WB needs money. WB has HBO Max. They can capitalize and utilize their streaming service because they're not doing squat at the moment. They need content. Now, this is me speculating, all right? Let's just speculate. Comcast comes in. They already requested and they want Zack Snyder and David Ayer. Both of them are back because they confirmed it recently. You see it on their social media. Zack is going to be back doing the 300. David Ayer was on the actual, floor, if you want to say, of WB next to the water tower. Why would this be happening? Don't forget, Comcast wants to do DC alternative shows for Max. Why would they not want to milk and make money off of the Snyderverse? Look at the puzzle. Joe was supposed to be in Ben Affleck's movie with Batman. Again, this is me speculating. You think Comcast, once they come into play, are not going to want to make a Ben Affleck movie with Deathstroke and Batman? You see what I'm doing there? Put the pieces together, people. Put the pieces together. They can do that exclusive for Max. The same way that we got exclusive Zack Snyder's Justice League. You see what I'm saying? That right there would be great for business. And if Comcast is seeing that the way that I'm calling it, I'm telling you right now, there's money. They're going to be making so many subscribers off of that because people are going to want to see Joe reprise his role within the DCU for all DC alternative content exclusive for Max versus Batman with Ben Affleck. You think that's not going to happen? I think that's coming. I have a feeling, strong feeling that that's going to happen. This isn't coincidence, people. This is happening because there's a shakeup going on right now. All right. And now we're going to talk about the next topic that right now is all over social media. All right. So Jason Momoa himself was saying, at the time that he posted that, he's like, I haven't gotten the call, whatever. to play Lobo. All right. And then all of a sudden he posts, this thing saying, about Lobo, like he doesn't want people to fall for the fake, news that's going on out there. But it's confirmed. Jason Momoa has jumped ship and he's now with James Gunn for his DCU as Lobo, because James Gunn actually, he replied and he goes, "Welcome, my friend." And he puts a little emoji of a motorcycle. Look, I'm going to be real with y'all. All right. In order for us to win this war, I've been telling you guys, we're at war right now, invisibly, not literally. All right. Us, the fans, against the studio, against James Gunn. What James Gunn is doing, it's no longer about what he wants to do with his DCU, because clearly James Gunn has no clear path of which route he wants to go. At this point, James Gunn is right now mocking us, the Snyder fans, because he's pulling all of these, characters, cast, actors, actresses from the DCEU. Peacemaker is from James Gunn, okay, but he's from the DCEU, because remember, when in the first season of Peacemaker, they acknowledged Ben Affleck's Batman. Blue Beetle is from the DCEU. He acknowledged, and they even make fun of Batman. So which other Batman's going on? Ben Affleck's Batman. That's two characters. Amanda Waller is from David Ayer's Suicide Squad. So she's going into the reboot. And then you have, who else is also jumping? Now you have Jason Momoa that's jumping ship because they're going to give him another role. You see what I'm saying? This is no longer about what James Gunn wants to do with his DCU and his playground. No, 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 no. This is on a personal level now, because he's trying to tell the fans, hey, look, I'm going to completely erase your beloved Snyderverse. But joke's on them, because we, the fans, are on a path that they, meaning the studio, James Gunn, his team, are not going to be able to stop us. Why? Because in 2025, our wallets will be closed. That's it. They need money. They need funding. So James Gunn is now picking Jason Momoa because, of course, Jason Momoa is from Aquaman, the Snyderverse, and they think that's going to help him. They think, James Gunn thinks also with the studio, that they're going to make profit because Jason Momoa jumped ship and now he's going to be playing Lobo. This tells you so much on what level these actors and these actresses are. Jason jumped ship because, of course, a paycheck, and two, because, his career, and three, he's an actor. So I understand that. But even though he's an actor, Joe is an actor, Ben Affleck is an actor, Henry Cavill's an actor, Gal Gadot's an actress, Ray Fisher, Ray Porter. You see what I'm saying? They're staying loyal to Zach because they know that down the road, they probably have seen scripts or heard probably at meetings, hey, look, this is what we want to do with the DCU. And they probably were like, you know what? I don't want to take part of it. Remember, apparently there was rumors that Gal Gadot was supposed to come in, and what is it, at James Gunn's DCU. And then what happened? They lied to her. And they completely did her dirty. The same like they did Ben, did the way they say the same way they did Henry Cavill. That's why I'm telling you guys, we cannot lose hope. They want us to lose hope. And when I say they, I'm talking about James Gunn, Peter Safran, James, what's his other guy? David Zaslav, the executives at WB. I'm sure the stock investors. But joke's on them. Because look, today, this is today, 25 minutes ago, 26 minutes if you want to say exact, because it closed at 5. But I captured at 5:01. Nothing is saving them. Their stocks continue to be low. It started off at 1058. It went down to 1051 the whole day, and it closed at 1051. So their stocks and there's noise and everything that they're trying to put out there is not working. It's not working. And let's not forget, look, check this out. Look. All right. Now that we're on the topic of Jason Momoa, let's not forget, we don't need Aquaman in the Snyderverse anymore. Because remember, Darkseid took him out. Darkseid completely deleted Aquaman. So who's the one that takes his place? That's right, Mera. So let's look at the positive. That's what I'm telling you guys. This is how I have hope, and you can see it and you can hear it. All right. We don't need Jason Momoa to reprise his role in Aquaman anymore. He's done. Darkseid took him out. He's done. Mera is the one that replaced him in Zack Snyder's Justice League and the epilogue scene. So Jason jumping ship to the DCU. All right, that's cool. We don't need you anymore in the Snyderverse. Your role is done. You get what I'm saying? Your contract is fulfilled. You're done. So we don't need him. Who do we have now pending? Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Ray Porter, Ray Fisher. We have Amber Heard. Those are the five ones that we have. Of course, we have Joe, Deathstroke, and we have Jared Leto as Joker because Harley's gone too. So we don't need Harley Quinn. She's already done. Remember when Batman told Joker when Harley Quinn, you know, deleted, if you want to say, we can't say certain words here now, in Batman's arms. See what I'm saying? So there's certain characters we don't need no more for the Snyderverse to continue. That's what I'm telling y'all. Stay hopeful, stay positive, endure during these times. What James Gunn is doing right now, go ahead, have fun with your little playground. It's not going to get anywhere. That's what I'm telling y'all. 2025, wallets closed. That's it. We do not need Jason Momoa in the Snyderverse anymore. He's done. He's done. All right. You could see the desperation of WB. They're trying to come out and just trying to clickbait to build some type of excitement for this new DCU. It's not working. It's not working. And how it's not working? Because the stocks, the numbers don't lie. That's why I tell all you James Gunn fans and followers, it's not working. Accept it. If it was working, we wouldn't be in these numbers. On the contrary, they would be on the high numbers. But look, it started off low and it ended lower. That tells you everything. There's no future in the DCU. All right. Now, going back, while we're on this topic still, with everything, going back to what you asked earlier, Cody. All right. What's going to happen once the DCU tanks? It's going to keep moving forward. WB, and at the time, because of course, with this whole thing with Comcast, they are not going to stop making live action movies. Why? Very simple. Because live action movies bring them too much money. It brings them way too much money. So for them to say, hey, we're going to stop live action movies, that makes no sense. That's like telling Universal, hey, look, the last Jurassic World flopped. We're not going to do any more Jurassic World movies. No, they're going to keep on doing it. Why? Because they know that they're going to make some type of profit. That's the thing. All right. When it comes to what DC is doing right now, it's completely not working. It doesn't matter. It's just not working. And the facts is the facts. All right. When you have, hold on, let me just go in the comments real quick. I have to block some people. So, surprise, y'all want to keep talking smack? Yeah, I go ahead and block you. All right. So, look, honestly, what James Gunn is doing, it's not working, and it's not going to work. All right. We are the consumer. We are the fans. We're the loyal customer. We know what we want. All right. We know what we want. Wallets closed in 2025. This is how we win. This is how we win against the studio. We keep our money in our pockets, and they know it. They know it. This is why James Gunn is so desperate, trying to put out everything that he can right now with his desperate company, DC. And this is why he's trying to delay everything with Matt Reeves, because he doesn't want competition. He wants to play in his own playground, and he's like a little kid, like, no, you can't play with my toys. These are my toys. No, you can't play with my bucket and my little scooper to pick up and play with the sand. That's what James Gunn is and who he is. It's not going to work. They think that it's working. It's not. The numbers are not lying. These numbers at the stock exchange market, whatever you want to call it, they don't lie. Like I said, we don't need Jason Momoa anymore. He's done in the Snyderverse. He's done. We don't need him. Darkseid took him out. So what would he need to come back for? I mean, there's nothing. That's it. He already did what he had to do. We could still move forward without him. This is why we have to keep on fighting. Restore the Snyderverse. We will get it in due time. At the rate that we're going, this is going to be a walk in the park. Why? Because James Gunn, his team, and his supporters are going to take them their own selves out, in the sense that instead of helping and improving, you know, what they're trying to do, it's not going to work. They don't have enough people to support it. And WB knows that. WB knows that. The studio knows that. James Gunn knows it. We, the fans, will win. We went through these mergers when AT&T came on board. Now the Discovery is here, and pretty soon there's going to be probably another merger. Probably, it looked like a big possibility. This is me speculating that I think Comcast is the one that's going to end up buying out WB overall, and they're going to be their parent company. In 2026, we're going to see more things change, and 2025, we're going to probably see more shakeups, and that's what we're seeing right now. You know, we're seeing a shakeup happening right now. This is not coincidence. All these things, these delays, these cancellations, you know, these announcements, nobody's watching Creature Commandos. And the few people that are watching Creature Commandos are not enjoying it. Of course, you're going to have Rotten Tomatoes and all these paid fake reviews coming out and, you know, kissing up and saying, hey, this is the best show and this and that. No, it's not. The numbers are not lying. People are not watching it. Let's be real. Not enough people are watching those shows. And seeing the route that WB is in right now, they're just they're just using clickbait on everything. And they think that, oh wow, Jason Momoa, that's from the Snyderverse. We're gonna get the Snyder fans to go out and watch, you know, Lobo or whatever movie they're gonna do. No, we're not. No, we're not. That's also going to tank the same way that Joker 2 tanked. All these movies with James Gunn and the DCU is all going to tank. The stocks are not going up. They don't go up. They stay low or they get lower. What is that telling you? That it's not getting attention. Nobody cares. For people at Wall Street not investing in WB, even they know, even they're aware that it's not working. That tells you everything. This is why I'm telling y'all, stay positive, stay hopeful. We will get the return of the Snyderverse. I have a strong feeling that once Zach is done doing that 304 max, we are going to get an update, an announcement, and he's going to come back to do The Dark Knight Returns with Joe as Deathstroke. I'm telling y'all, good things are going to come. We're in the middle of this storm right now. This storm right now with James Gunn, this reboot, DCU, picking and choosing. They're literally picking and choosing. It's like they're telling you, hey, what side are you on? On my side as James Gunn, or are you still on the Snyder side? You see what I'm saying? We know what's up. They're already screwing Matt Reeves. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. These things are not coincidence. These things are happening because they know that nobody's paying attention to them. So all they're doing right now is, well, let's come up with something to get the people's attention. And everybody's listening and watching right now just because everybody's curious, you know? That's normal. But we already know. We already know that the DCU is DOA. It's DOA. It's done before it even starts. And these reshoots with James Gunn, remember James Gunn said that they were not going to reshoot anything, that everything was going to be good, everything is going to be gravy, everything is going to be completely good. And what are we getting now? Reshoots. So WB is once again doing and making the same mistakes like they did with the Flash, what they did with Blue Beetle, what they did with Shazam 2, what they did with everything, right? After Zack Snyder, reshoots, the famous reshoots. So is James Gunn giving James Gunn notes for his Superman? You see what I did there? It's funny. It really is, honestly. Because at this point, they're all completely hacks. They're all thieves, just like a lot of people are calling it. You know, they have to go. WB is going to get a massive overhaul once they see that everything with the DCU is not working. It's not. It's completely not working. WB knows and they're hearing us. They're seeing us. They see our hashtag. I see it everywhere too. I'm happy and proud to see how a lot of us are still using Restore the Snyderverse. That's beautiful. Keep on using it. In 2025, we're going to keep on using it even more. That's showing the studio, hey, this is what we still want. You are not going to give us what you think is the best. We know what's the best, you know? And it's crazy. It's crazy, you know? Not even Peacemaker is going to save this company. Nothing. They're trying to force it. And that tells you everything. That tells you everything. You know, like nothing is selling, nothing is moving. Their stocks are low. It's completely an embarrassment. It's completely an embarrassment, you know, what this company has become. You know, drop your comments because I'm looking at them as I go and stuff like that. But that's something that we just had to talk about, honestly, because you know this is all over everywhere right now. It just came out within the past what, like 4 hours or whatever. And you know, like this is this is crazy. It's crazy, you know, like as we continue to move into this reboot, people are not excited, and the little bit of people that are excited is not enough to save this company. It hasn't been working, it's not working, and it's not going to work. Superman will join the flop squad in 2025. Supergirl, if we make it that far, is also going to join the flop squad. And all whatever projects they're trying to do, don't be surprised. They're going to cancel Clayface. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. They're just saying that to try to build some type of excitement and stuff like that, just so people could be like, oh, wow, look, they're doing Clayface. I can't wait for it. You know, it's going to be good and whatever. It's not. That's not going to see the daylight, honestly. And everything, if you notice, everything is on pause right now in the sense of what we've already heard. You know, with the announcements, we already know we're gonna be getting Lanterns, Creature Commandos, season 2 that nobody cares, nobody asked for, um, Supergirl, Clayface. That's gonna get canned, honestly. And this whole thing with Matt Reeves, in the end, it's just gonna get canceled. It's going to get canceled. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but 5 years to work on a script plus whatever years you've had already, and you can't even come up with like 10 pages. I mean, that's pretty bad. It really is, you know? And I'm telling you, Penguin season 2, that's not going to happen because that takes place in Matt Reeves' universe. Now, is that going to, if James Gunn wants it to join his universe, going to connect? Is it going to be fully in the same tone? No, no. Season 2 is not going to happen. That whole Arkham series with Matt Reeves is not going to happen. But you know what I see that is going to happen? We're going to get Zack Snyder back. We're going to get David Ayer back. We're going to get the Ayer cut. We're going to get the restoration of the Snyderverse. We're going to see Ben Affleck reprise his role. We're going to see a Ben Affleck Batfleck movie. We're going to finally see that. We're going to see a Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill. And we probably are going to see a Wonder Woman 3 with Gal Gadot. Now, how am I so sure of what I'm saying right now? Because it all makes sense. Look at it. Moving into the future, this reboot isn't working. It's starting off bad. Comcast is coming into play in 2026. They have a streaming service, WB. They're not utilizing it. They don't have any good content on it. Meanwhile, Netflix, look at all the shows they have. Look at all the content. Look how many subscribers. Disney, Paramount, all these other competitors. But yet, WB doesn't have that money, and they want that money. So what do? That's right. You call Zach back. Zach is back. He's gonna do that 300. Just with that announcement from that day that they were announcing, hey, look, Zach is back to do the 300, whatever it's gonna be for Max. The stocks shot up high. They went up high. That tells you a lot. That tells you that Zach sells. It moves. And that's what James Gunn doesn't want. James Gunn knows that he's a hack. He knows he'll never reach the level of quality that Zack Snyder or David Ayer put out. He knows it. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna try to get in the way and try to prevent everything that he can. And this is why probably he's doing what he's doing with, this cast, of course, with Viola Davis as, Amanda Waller, because that character was from David Ayer's, vision, universe, whatever you want to call it. And James Gunn just comes and snatches her up. Oh, you're gonna be part of mine. You see, he's just picking and choosing what he wants, and now he's doing it with Jason Momoa. That's fine. Again, we don't need Jason Momoa. We don't need Aquaman in the Snyderverse because moving forward, we're focused on the Nightmare timeline. Now, what does Zack Snyder have planned out for that? None of us know. None of us. And I'm glad. You know why? Because nobody can copy from him, especially the Russo brothers. When they were trying to get information with Zack recently in that interview, while they were eating the slice of pizza, they were trying to fish for information. And Zack told straight up, no compromise, no compromise, no compromising. So why should we, as fans of Zack Snyder, when it comes to the DC, brand, why should we compromise? Oh, some people are saying, some, not a lot. Some people are like, oh, well, I'm a Zack Snyder fan, and they should just end up doing the Zack's whatever to finish off his trilogy or whatever, the Snyderverse animated. No, this ain't James Gunn. James Gunn started off animated. You see what I'm saying? That's how the minds are of James Gunn fans. They'll just compromise and accept anything as long as you give them anything. It could be like South Park, cut out cartoons made out of paper, and they'll be fine with it. They'll be like, okay, cool, this is the new route. I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna eat it. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Either you give us what we want, what you started, live action, and you finish it live action. You promised us a beautiful slate of movies, and what happened? They all got tossed to the back because you want it to be like Marvel. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. It's not working, and it won't work. We want what Zach was doing. We want that timeline. We want that universe. We want that whole cinematic beauty back again. And it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And we need it. We need it ASAP. Now, that's true right there, Ray. I agree with you. True DC fans want shared universe without MCU influence. That's the problem that WB has been having, trying to be like Marvel. Oh, let's try the Marvel formula. How many movies have flopped trying to do the Marvel formula, starting with Birds of Prey? All of them. Nothing has worked. So if that tells you it's not working, why are you going to continue to try to do it? It's not working. Accept it. The L is there. It's over. It's done. And it hasn't even started. That tells you everything, man. It completely tells you everything. You know? Yeah, bro, my wallet is definitely closed for superheroes coming from them. I'll watch other movies. Yeah. A lot of people are like that right now. That's what I'm telling y'all. 2025, that theme, we are literally like 2 days away from entering 2025. Wallets closed. No more excuses. That's it. You know? Again, things will shape up, things are going to get fixed, and all of this is going to probably go on to Max, a streaming service that WB owns, of course, HBO Max. And to be honest with you, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. The future, everything is going to be online. Everything is going to be streamed. We're seeing it. I mean, if you have PlayStation that's putting out, a regular disc version, and then they're bringing out the digital version, but then on digital they still want to upsell you and put a disc to it because they know fans still have physical media. What is that telling you? They're just testing the waters to see what sells. Both of them sell. But when you have digital content selling and you still want to milk the physical media, that tells you also that regardless what you're putting out, people are still going to support it, physical or digital. Because when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, we were all ready to watch. Even the trolls, people that were against it, because they were curious, they wanted to see it. Now, is the same thing going to happen with James Gunn's Superman? No, no, it's not. We're going to see those tickets not sell. We're going to see those seats empty, the same how we saw for Joker 2. You all remember that. Those tickets weren't moving. Those seats weren't getting filled up. And day of, where were those DC fans at? Where were they? That's right. They weren't out there. And the same way, They're right now. Oh, James Gunn, Superman. Oh, this and that. All right. The same way you got that energy, y'all better come and deliver day of opening in 2025 with Superman. But it's not gonna happen. They don't have enough fans. They don't. And there's no Marvel to back James Gunn up here. So we saw recently Ryan Reynolds. He was like, "Oh, I'm excited for Superman," and that doesn't mean anything. He was excited for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So what's the difference? This ain't Marvel. You're not gonna have Kevin Feige come in and say, "Hey, go watch Superman." Don't be surprised if that happens. Also, seriously, don't be surprised. I highly doubt that's gonna happen, but don't be surprised if you start seeing, these Marvel shows coming out, in Hollywood and saying, "Oh, go see James Gunn's Superman." My good friend James Gunn, because that's what they all like to say. You'll see. Their marketing is going to be more embarrassing every time as we get closer to the release of Superman. And most of these movies that they're trying to make after Superman, they won't see the daylight. They just won't. Because by then, their Superman has flopped, their DCU tanked, and now they're gonna be running around. What do we do? What do we do? You know what you need to do. You need to restore the Snyderverse and you need to release that air cut. That's what you need to do. Once you release that, you're going to see how everything will turn around and things are going to pick up for you. You know, this is something that we literally had to talk about because everybody's talking about it right now. I was like, you know what? We got to discuss this, so drop your comments and stuff. I'll go over it real quick and stuff like that. But yeah, this is something very very interesting that is happening. You know, to me, this is all a shakeup that's happening right now. James Gunn is scared. He's nervous. WB's right now panicking because they know that Superman, everything, all those eggs are literally relying on James Gunn. And if they don't make the numbers that they're supposed to or they're expecting, especially these investors, these investors must be looking at it like an eagle. They're watching and they're like, we need those numbers to be up. And when they see that they don't go up, look, it's no coincidence. We're already seeing that there's a specific, like if you want to say for some fans, this is probably more for like, the media and stuff like that. And they're already seeing early test screenings. All right. We're about that time. And what happens? We saw and we heard the same thing for Joker 2, for Shazam 2, Blue Beetle. All these movies, the same thing. Early test screenings. People were saying two different things. They always show you two different versions of the movies. And why is James Gunn doing reshoots right now? What is he working on? Because he's probably got feedback. He's writing notes and giving himself his own notes. And at the same time, he's trying to fix something. But it's not going to work because James Gunn has no idea which route he's going. You know, I feel bad in the sense that this is not Marvel. Like, this is not Disney that's going to back you up. And the moment they see those numbers, meaning WB, the studio, they see that those numbers are not coming back the way that they expected. You think they're not going to throw James Gunn under the bus like they did with Zack Snyder, with David Ayer, with James Wan, and everybody else? Of course they are, because that's what they do. That's what these studios do. When you don't deliver what they think, these high expectation, I'm telling you, it's all just gonna come back to them, and it's catching up. It's completely catching up. It's. I mean, what else can we say, honestly? You know, and the way that things are right now with this company, everything that they're putting out, there's no excitement. People are not really excited for this. Again, you have a handful of fans that are okay with it. They want it, they're excited for it. Good for them. Good for them. But it's not going to save the company overall. They keep on losing money. It's completely done. And that's true, Bradley. Desperate time for James Gunn, Peter Safran, and David Zaslav. This is why David Zaslav is probably trying to sell most of his shares of the company because he knows that the company is going down, and he's like, you know what? I'll rather take whatever I can right now, for some of the IPs that pretty much nobody cares about. They'll probably end up like on like ABC or like Channel 4, Channel 6 or something like that, where like nobody's really watching that. CBS, probably some shows for Hulu and stuff like that. Who knows? But when it comes to like their main IPs, of course, you got DC, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I don't know, like they have so many. It's just too many to keep up. It's just telling you. It's just telling you, like where this company is at right now. And their stocks don't go up. That's the worst part. You're entering a reboot, all right? If you're entering a reboot, this is a fresh start, a fresh take. Everything should be new. Everything should be, organic, if you want to say how they call it in this business. Meaning, like, it should just be natural, right? How come your stocks don't go up? Why aren't you bringing the numbers that you thought you were going to bring? That's why it's not working, because nobody's excited for it. It's not, you know? Yeah, bro, no one asked for any of this reboot stuff. It's gonna flop hard, bro. Keep your money in your pocket. Superman is going straight to flop city, bro. Yep, exactly. It's gonna join the flop squad, honestly, It is. Like WB must be so nervous, and I can only imagine the meetings that they have behind closed doors that we'll never be able to hear, because of course you have to be on the board, you have to be an executive. Who is blaming who in there? Because of course there has to be a blame game somewhere in there. And they're so focused on what they're still trying to do, like what Marvel is good at. Marvel is where they're at because Marvel had a plan. But Marvel is nowhere like they used to be, because now Marvel has fully fallen off. After Endgame, they don't have Zack Snyder or David Ayer to copy off of anymore. Look at that, Thunderbolts. That's straight up a copy of what Suicide Squad is. It's a copy completely. Odd characters going on a mission, and like just stupid jokes and things like that. It's like, what? Like, it's completely insane. This is what I'm telling y'all. Have faith, have hope, have endurance, because the return of the Snyderverse will come back, and it's going to be on Max. Probably not in theaters. We might get a limited exclusivity or something, but that's later. And at the way that the studio is right now, they can't afford that. They can't afford to put that great quality in theaters. They should have done that a while ago. It would have saved them and they would have made money. But they're gonna have to put it on their streaming service just to try to get, subscribers and more people to their platform and stuff, like Netflix is doing. If you see how Netflix, Paramount, what else, Disney, they're completely winning. They're doing what they have to do because they're putting out good content. It's not the best, but it's better than what right now WB is putting out. How do you have a streaming service and you don't milk it? It doesn't make sense. How do you have the most iconic character in the world, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and you're not doing anything with it? And then when you're putting out a Superman trailer with James Gunn, it's nothing but a joke. It's nothing but a mockery of the character. It's like, come on, really? This is what you're gonna be doing? Nobody wants that. People want good quality. But again, like I've said it, the quality isn't there anymore. And that's because, thank you, social media. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, YouTube and Facebook, that everybody's attention span is just like, let's try to do this and watch a whole movie in 15 seconds, because that's what people do. They scroll and scroll and scroll, and then when they see quality, they don't understand it because they can't comprehend it. It's too much. This is the thing with this industry. That's why the video games is down the toilet. You have the entertainment business that's fully down the toilet. And it's sad. It really is bad. All we want is good entertainment. That's it. That's it. It's not hard to do it. But again, it's it's these studios. They allow what's happening, and you get what you deserve. I mean, what else can we say? It's wild. It's wild times. But yeah, so this is something I wanted to talk about. Chances are this is gonna be the last stream for this year, because tomorrow is already New Year's Eve and stuff like that. So I know everybody's gonna be chilling and hanging out with their friends, families, whatever it is that you're gonna be doing. Just stay safe out there, and just enjoy it. And like I said, 2025, we're just pretty much hours away, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm excited. A lot of changes are gonna be coming and stuff like that. So like, let's just do what we gotta do, and us, fans and loyal customers, we know what's up. Wallets closed in 2025, and that's it. They want to go ahead and do this reboot that nobody asked for. That's fine. We're the consumer in the end. We're the fan. We're the loyal fan. We're the customer. Just speak with your wallets. That's it. You're seeing it in Wall Street. You're seeing it in everything. They don't have money like they used to anymore. And they could have just given us what we wanted. They could have included us, in this reboot. But this is what you wanted. You wanted that. Here we are, us united. We're making it happen, and there's no stopping us. And they know it. We will stop at nothing. That's it. We will stop at nothing. And they know it. Facts are facts. All right. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. I'll keep putting up. I might put up another video. If you haven't seen the new one, check it out. The one with Batman and stuff like that. That WB is again missing out, and they could be milking everything with Batman. 3 different directors, and they could be making triple the profit, but instead they refuse to do that. Make sure to check that video out. Turn the notifications on so whenever I put up a post, whatever it is, we're still here interacting, chatting, all that good stuff. But this was something that we really had to talk about, and like, it's something that was very important. But again, we do not need Jason Momoa in the Snyderverse to move forward, because remember, his character got done with Darkseid. Remember, in that scene, you see it, with the laser eyes and stuff like that. So, moving forward in the Nightmare timeline, things are gonna pick up, and it's gonna be good. So y'all stay safe. Have a happy new year, all that good stuff coming up in a few hours. Y'all stay safe, enjoy it, have fun, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. All right. Thanks for watching, and peace.